is, or now known as X, even though it took them an entire year to change the domain name, and posts are still called tweets, and I'm pretty sure every human on Earth still calls it
what?
the domain name, but Twitter is, or now known as X, even though it took them an entire year to change the domain name.
It took them a year to change the domain name? You idiots.
And posts are still called tweets, and I'm pretty sure every human on Earth still calls it Twitter. Just calling it X just doesn't work. I don't know why, it just doesn't. I've not seen a single person mention it as X. All those factors just go on to prove that Twitter and its legacy still have a Goliath penis print on the platform that it is today. But apart from that, since Twitter has changed from Twitter to X, a lot of things about the platform has changed, especially since Elon Musk acquired it in October of 2022, and for better or for worse, the platform is somewhat unrecognizable now. Yes, the UI is still the same, but the content on the platform has changed significantly. It has turned into a platform where you can see a man's head opened up with bookshot.
Do you have any ibuprofen? I got a headache.
Not gonna lie, I love that meme. I actually posted something on Reddit a while ago. A tank just dropped on my head during Helldivers game, and like I lived. I didn't get damaged or anything. And then someone posted that. It's just funny.
Even before Elon Musk acquired it, you could see on Twitter anywhere, but to make sure you fit within the guidelines, you had to mark it as sensitive content, which just blurred the image. It was about as useful as wrapping saran wrap around your eyes. But now, there is no contraception, we are just straight raw dogging it. As some content on X now, you do not have to blur. And ever since Elon
Wait, what?
Dogging it. As some content on X now, you do
officially allow users to post adult and graphic content officially? What? Why? So, if that's the case, then you would have to have 18 plus on this site. Wouldn't that make sense? If you're not, if you can just post whatever and people can just see it. What? I'm really confused. What do you expect? You have a point.
not have to blur. And ever since Elon emphasized freedom of speech on the platform, it has led to a lot of changes. Some positives like being able to say what you want and make the content you actually want to make, which is also a negative. And this is what the video is about. The shitposting, war crime, big titty advertising, and controversies surrounding X. Or just Twitter.
This can't be good for me, but I feel great.
As said before, the content on X from when it was Twitter has drastically changed to the point where under most posts and threads, you can now find people advertising random products. Because for some reason, if
it really
a company
can't.
sees a tweet pop off, they immediately get in contact with that person to get them to blatantly advertise their product. Something akin to the Anal Gland Sucker 9000.
Deep, dark fantasies.
Most times without disclosing it is an ad. And the original creator of the post has been paid to advertise these products. And if you scroll down, most posts you can see are people advertising explicit things, such as their OnlyFans. I swear I've seen somebody advertising their OnlyFans under a Peppa Pig post, but most people
Yeah, I've been seeing so many of those. Like, that's one of the reasons why I left Twitter, is because all the blue Twitch accounts just popping up, even on some of my friends' accounts. Like, I see them in the comments, and what are you doing here? What this is like? I just have a half a mind to tell them don't go on. I don't go on Twitter. I do not go on Twitter. Well, I mean, I do every once in a while just to check up on my favorite artist posts. But other than that, I that's it. I am not surprised that in the least.
doing that on this platform are met with disgust, because usually they do it under every post they find, and quite often what they say has nothing to do with the original post. And a lot of people get frustrated with the amount of people doing this under every Twitter post, because each interaction gets them more attention. even to the point where some creators on Twitter, who usually post really popular threads, get paid to advertise other people's OnlyFans, or reply with a positive message when they reply to their thread, which increases their traction and possibly credibility. But I think the only person benefiting in that transaction is the original thread creator, because they are getting paid to advertise these persons' OnlyFans, where them getting paid is a definite, whereas for the people they are advertising, it is not a definite they are going to get any traction from this post. The restrictions removed by Elon has made it easier for such models to do this.
Yeah, and advertise all their stuff. Right.
Overall content moderation on the platform has loosened to once again prioritize free speech. But a kind of aftershock of doing that is the amount of gore I have seen on the Twitter platform.
Oh god, don't remind me. I was looking around Twitter, right? And then I see a post of like just some dude sitting by his bike and stuff. And then I see like a car pass or stop by, and like one dude ran away while the other dude was like about to run away. There was like 10 dudes with machetes, and you can kind of put the pieces together of what I saw. Like I was just too stunned to like see, like look away, like, is this real? Is this real? Am I seeing what I'm seeing? And I think this was like in the height of Elon's old. I forgot what it was. He's a criminal now because of what he's doing with Doge. What is he doing with Doge? What? That's news to me.
Now, I'll be honest. When my Instagram Reels, which I do love and advertise in most of my videos, I really do need to stop spreading cheeks and giving it a sparkly clean tongue special. I see a lot of extreme stuff on Instagram, which I normally don't see on platforms like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, which is the only reason I really like Instagram Reels. But when that dries up and I no longer get my serotonin hit, or my feed gets infected with Marvel Rivals, which I only installed yesterday and don't remember liking a single post with Marvel Rivals in it, but when that dries up, I go to Twitter, where it is 10 times more worse than anything I've ever seen on Instagram Reels.
Wait. 19 to 24-year-olds follow him gain extensive government info? What? I thought that was just World of Tanks. But in all seriousness, what? Extensive? How?
Primarily due to the loosening of restrictions, I've gone from seeing cute dog videos to someone having 12 gauge enter their frontal cortex, and I've involuntarily seen things like firefights on the fronts of Ukraine, and POVs of the drones dropping plastic explosives on unknowing occupants below. And believe me, I didn't know much about the human anatomy till I saw a man explode and have all of his internal organs export to external organs in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Ukraine attacks too. Oh my god, that's it's pretty new news. Okay, no wonder I didn't know about it. But still, like, and this is about a good time to go on an ad break right now. So I'll be back in 3 minutes or so. So yeah, just freaking process all this. Jeez. Right out of the gate. And I am back. How's it going, everybody? Alright. Let's get through this. Twitter is the worst, because I am deeply curious about what the state of Twitter has become. In all its surprising ways. Actually, let me check the comments real quick. That one student in school had so much potential, but threw it away for. And oh, so basically, the person who owns it. Rain fails, wind blows, and a strong pair upon weak. Twitter DNA of toxicity. Monses? Huh? See?
There is an entire page dedicated to that, by the way. It's to the point where you don't know if you're on the front page of 4chan or Twitter. They are almost exactly the same in terms of moderation, and are interchangeable in the terms of content now. And some of these posts now generate money based on the amount of people that interact with that post or simply watch the video. Since Elon reinvented the platform, he has also invented a new way to make money, where to verify for such.
Isn't he trying to make money off of the platform? So I guess having ads in it, I don't know how that works on that side. I guess putting ads in so he gets part of the money while people who put ads in get part of the money. I guess that's how that works.
Earnings on the platform, all you have to do is get 500 followers and 5 million impressions within a time frame of 3 months, and you qualify to start earning money on that platform based on how many people like, comment, visit your profile, and watch your videos. These are classified as impressions, and for every 1 million impressions you get roughly $10. And a lot of people capitalize on
1 million views equals $10. That doesn't sound worth it. Honestly, just go to freaking YouTube or Twitter or something at that point, because that is just no.
on this by posting things such as threads, where they probably watched an entire YouTube video and just condensed it into a text format, or just went onto Reddit and just stole a random post and took screenshots, which probably is retribution for the 4chan users, as they've had their green text posts.
Wait, what? You can play Minecraft with AI Fox Girl? You know what? I believe that. I believe that. I actually want to see what that is. Like, this gives me an idea of like some content, but like not what you think, just of like checking it out.
Stolen countless times and have been used to farm karma, but in this situation they're being used to farm money. Or you could just re-upload a video that has been uploaded 1,000 times before, or just spread misinformation and hope that the subject you're discussing causes so much shock and hysteria that more people begin interacting with your post. And to maximize your profit, make sure you put a Stake logo in there so you can get paid both by Twitter and Stake for advertising their services. But you will have to pray to the heavens, pray to God, pray to the Golden Throne itself, and maybe even Gilliman, that you do not get community noted, as if you do get community noted, all the revenue you've just generated simply disappears. This was an effort by Elon to
Oh boy.
reduce misinformation on the platform, and the people making the community notes are volunteers, akin to that of Reddit or Discord mods, that are the border control between you and revenue.
Wait. So I thought Community Notes wasn't with Elon. I thought it was something completely, like, I mean, it makes sense, but I've seen countless times where Elon does a thing and he got community noted every single time.
And if you even got a single word, sentence, or syllable wrong in your post, I'm sorry buddy, I know you was going to use the revenue generated to put food in your starving child's stomach, but you made a little oopsie here. I think it's better you and your child continue the intermediate fasting you're doing, and fuck you. But this has led to some rather comedical interactions between the posters and the community notes. There's even an entire Twitter account dedicated to showing this. People just purely getting fisted by the community notes, and it is hilarious. But sometimes some of them do get through, or maybe community notes just isn't fast enough to catch them. I think one good example I saw recently was a post about a neurosurgeon YouTuber that recently stopped to follow his passion, and this person made the statement that this is the neurosurgeon they had for their partner's back, and when he abruptly left, it left them at an inconvenience. But then people start pointing out, you know, neurosurgery and back surgery, not exactly the same, but neurosurgeons sometimes do back surgeries.
Wait, doesn't neurosurgery deal with the brain?
But then the original poster kind of backtracks a little, saying this was all for comedic effect, and says they don't actually know if it is his fault for the inconvenience. But to be fair to Twitter, you do get a lot of misinformation on all platforms, and not all platforms have people like this that inform others that these posts are misinformation, and make sure that people are actually posting factual information or their revenue is at risk. But then again, I only use Twitter for the gore I complained about earlier and the memes.
Okay, to be fair, some of those videos where it shows like anime, like some very sus anime stuff, and I'm looking at it like, okay, you know what? Let's see it. Let's see it because I want to see something funny because I know that when they do show the goods, like something else is gonna pop out. It's like, okay, this is gonna be good, and 9 times out of 10 it is, and then at other times like the actual thing, it's like, oh, I'm disappointed now. I didn't want to see something funny. I did not want to see tits.
Now, Twitter, or X, has been accused of being far right. And me not knowing a thing about politics, not knowing what far right, far left, far up, far down, far dance evolution, explaining politics to me is about as useful as being fluent in Latin in the current year, but people apparently think that X has become a breeding ground for the far right being characterized as people who have extreme views, possibly down to xenophobia, homophobia, or racism. A lot of people relate them to the people that used that one symbol in 1945 during World War II. And a lot of people just think X now is this racist app, but I think now due to the implementation of being able to say whatever you want on the platform as long as you're not breaking the terms of service of X, and you are allowed to post inflammatory statements even listed on the X Help Center, statements that even have the purpose to make you angry. Of course, you're going to have a mixed bag of opinions on that platform, as anyone can technically say whatever they want now, which can be a benefit and a disadvantage. We know some people have the same brains as the people I play comp with, and will regurgitate utter slop with no sources. So of course, X as a platform is going to look more racist than any other platform, because on other platforms you may not be able to say whatever you want without repercussion. X's stance on things is they won't screen messages, or mediate or intervene in disputes between users. So basically, X is the cook in the chair and they will just watch things happen, but they do get involved if there is blatant hateful conduct, harassment, abuse, or threats. But apart from that, it is fairly hands-free. So once again, of course, it is going to look like the most racist app because anyone can say anything and a bunch of opinions on one platform. Of course, some opinions are going to clash with others. As I've said countless times, it prioritizes free speech, which can be a pro and a con for some people. The only thing distressing I've come across is Elon himself just shitting on the UK. I mean, most of the time he's not wrong.
I just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole! Do you know what I mean?
Another controversy
Is the UK actually good to live in? I've heard someone wanting to go to the UK, or moving to the UK this summer. And I'm just wondering, is it a good place? I don't know. To be fair, I'm looking to move over to Europe as well.
is the general behavior of Elon himself. He doesn't act like an owner of the website, he more acts like a shit.
Steps in, there's hate or racism. Oh wow, someone better tell. Steps in if there was hate or racism. Oh wow, somebody better tell all the. Yeah.
Post them most of the time, and the fact he does tweet politically charged statements, which other platform owners such as Facebook would have at least 20 people hired to check over his posts before he made them, to make sure they're not too controversial. But then we have Elon over here on Twitter just shitposting from his phone. Probably the most controversial thing he has done that has interested me is the amount of people debating if he's actually that good at Diablo 4, or he just gets somebody else to play for him.
Oh yeah, this was a super what is the word? What is the word I'm looking at? But super important thing that everyone was just like, for the lack of a better term, shitting all over him. Just utterly just like even big time YouTubers were like making fun of him. Even Asmongold was saying, if you can prove that you did this, then I will stream on your platform for an entire year. And I don't know if that got anywhere or not. I don't think it did.
Another controversy was surrounding the blue tick badge. something you previously had to work towards earning. You had to have a certain amount of influence, a lot of likes, a lot of attention. You basically had to have a lot of followers. It was basically akin to being verified on YouTube. It was a badge that screamed you are the official person, and you are better than the other commoners and peasants using the app because you've actually earned it. And you have a little blue tick next to your name. Now, a lot of people got angry when that got replaced with just paying $5 a month for it, and the top echelons of Twitter were no longer special because anyone could pay for the verification tick now, and you no longer needed to match these requirements, which led to a lot of funny scenarios, people impersonating other people because they now had a tick next to their name.
Oh yeah, that happened. And a lot of companies got like their share revenue got sunken down because of what happened on Twitter. Oh, that was funny. That was funny back then. Yeah.
Which could fool people into thinking, oh, this is the verified account of X person. But why is this highly prestigious person mentioned using Pidgeot as a flashlight? So they later employed a system, which is the white and gold check marks, to help differentiate the fakes from the actual real account. Gold ones are for if you're a part of an organization, and white was for if you're a part of a government body. And for a short amount of time, people were actually bullied for buying the premium service because they did not earn their checkmark. And actually said under people's checkmark, this person has paid for this service, which if you were in an online argument with somebody at the time, they would use that information and have a field day with it. But then Elon changed it in 2023, where now everyone had to pay for that service. So, no more bullying.
I don't like
Wait, you had to pay for that? I thought you can just get verified. I didn't know you now have to pay for it.
talking about Twitter. I want to make that very clear.
But yeah, this was me talking about Twitter, or X if you're chromosome deficient, the problems with the platform and the controversies it faces. I don't think X is a bad platform. I think it's like every other platform. Each one has their drawbacks and idiots that use it, but I do use it every now and again to waste some time.
Oh my god. The moment I seen that dude wearing the fursuit with the gloves trying to put out a fire with flammable gloves, at least I would have assumed it was flammable gloves, would caught on fire. That's funny.
But yeah, that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.
Alright. We're not gonna watch this video. Thank you, Can I go back? I go back. Thank you.
So we all know.
Thank you, royalties here. And thank you for the care package, Rennis. Definitely need to cool down after the laughter of what Twitter has become. That was funny. I love that.